Good evening, everyone. In a few seconds, I will be with you guys. Good evening to everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Puerto Rico News and America's Voice. How's everybody doing on this evening? Hopefully, this live feed can be shared so we can get more audience in here. It goes a little bit slow, and then it starts to pick up. How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. God bless my country of Mexico, my city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for another day that gave us 2 arms, 2 legs, a heart that we can feel, and a mind that we can think. God bless every single one of you. World topics and questions and Q&A, as we are doing every Sunday. Every Wednesday, I will try to have a guest, or every Thursday, I will try to have a guest in our shows so we can talk about, different topics. On Thursday, we had a phenomenal guest. Her name is Athena Eves or Athena Ives, one of those two. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her last name wrongly. And we had a phenomenal broadcast talking about sexual abuse on minors and also child trafficking. That, in a way goes hand in hand. It's really difficult to separate topics like child trafficking, child smuggling, and also, not only that, sex trafficking and child abuse. It goes on 2 ways, and it's really difficult to differentiate those 3 things, to separate them. But in a way, when a crime is committed and it is a child that is being trafficked, the first thing that the crime does, or the first thing the authorities do, it's a point that it was a child trafficked. Now, all of the secondary things that happened to that minor goes to an effect that later on in the investigation comes to. When they investigate the minor, if he was abused, if he was slavery and work slavery, if he was sexual abuse in a way, because it's not only the sexual abuse, it's the mentality abuse, it's the psychological abuse that they do on these minors. So we did a phenomenal show. Go and watch that. It's with Athena Eves. How's everybody doing? Good evening. Super chat is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute to my work. God bless every single one of you. This live feed, I'm going to start this live feed with this topic because it has to do a lot with what is happening right now with the United Arab Emirates, and also with the friendly the agreement of Israel with the Emirate Arabs, and the United States being the number one that negotiated, the mediator that negotiated peace between these two countries. That has always been a huge disagreement. Why? Because the Arab Emirates has always supported Iran, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, all these countries that they're really radical with religion. Emirate Arabs, knowing that they are a Muslim country, they failed in a way. All these countries like Iran, Iraq, and all these countries, they felt betrayed. And really strongly, they felt betrayed. So we're going to open up the chat for everybody that wants to ask me questions. And go ahead, I'm all yours. I will be watching the live feed, and I will be picking questions, and I will be picking statements that you guys want to ask. Let's start this off by the agreement with peace that Donald Trump. My God, this guy is getting so criticized. This president, man, I never seen a president being so attacked, and so so attacked in history. Really, this is the president that has been more attacked in history. There's a comment right here. Eileen Diaz says Lydia is mentioning Q. By the way, I don't know who's Lydia, who is the media. Okay, the media is mentioning QAnon, and so people are getting curious and looking it up and making their own choices. I don't follow Q. A lot of people follow Q. I don't follow it really. The reason why I don't follow it is that as an independent journalist, you rely yourself on really seeing the facts as they are occurring. So I can see a lot of conspiracy theories when it comes to Q. I will tell you that. There's a lot of conspiracy theories that, a lot of them have come through. A lot of them have not. But I'm not a follower of Q. I will tell you that. When you are a reporter and a journalist, you rely yourself on proof that you can actually see and report. I don't see a person there. I don't see who it is. There's a lot of speculations that is intelligence, that is, intelligence from I don't know where, and all this kind of stuff. So as long as I don't see it, and as long as you don't prove it, and I don't have it, and I don't grab it, I don't smell it, I don't actually see it with these two eyes or hear it with these two, I will not rely on what is Q. Really, I won't rely. Sometimes as I'm reading an article, Q runs in there, and I read it, and sometimes it is outrageous what they say. Sometimes it is outrageous, and time goes by and nothing happens. And sometimes it is, and sometimes it comes through. So it's not like Q is completely incorrect. It is a conspiracy group that, that I can make a conspiracy group by the name of B, and a lot of people will start fighting, but I don't really follow it. I don't really read about it. You guys have your own choices. You guys are free. That's one of the beautiful things of being in the United States. You guys have free of choice, and you guys have free of picking who you can listen and who can you not. What can you believe and what can you not? So That's one of the things. So I wanted to turn back a little bit to talking about the peace agreement between Emiratos Árabes, that is the Arab United Emiratos Árabes Unidos, United Emirate Arabs, something like that. It's really difficult to say it in English for me, but it's United Emirate Arabs with Israel, and it has to do a lot with what? It has to do a lot with oil. It has to do a lot with what the Emirate Arab United are doing right now in terms of preparing themselves for this new attack by the globalists and the elite. It has to do a lot with negotiations of peace regarding international commerce, attacking terrorists, and ending groups that they're only complicating the existence of peace. Peace. Number one word, peace. Why? Because Iran and Iraq are practically been known, and now it has been exposed that Iran and Iraq are the ones that they're feeding also with Syria. They're feeding Lebanon and they're feeding Hezbollah. So now everybody knows that. But, where they're getting the guns, and William Barr has already said that they're getting them from Russia. So it's a chain of people. Now, is that profitable for Emirate Arabs? And immediately, you see the political side, the flip political side of it. And they're going to say, no, it's not, it's not going to bring us no positiveness for us. It's going to complicate a lot the situation with oil, as oil right now is dropping right now. The OPEC and the OPEC, it's dropping right now, the price of the gallon, as they are trying to pick it up because COVID affected the product, affected the gallon of petroleum enormously. So they're trying to pick it up as they were, having completely a downfall with the value of petroleum. Not only that, look at this. I've shown you guys this, and this is really important for you guys to know. The United Emirate Arabs, the United Arab of Emirates, UAE, launches the Arab world's first nuclear power plant. I've shown you guys this. And what is about this thing? What does this tell you? It tells you a lot that the UAE, that is the United Arab Emirates, are getting extremely ready to launch a nuclear plant, a nuclear power plant, to depend on it. It costs more than 222, a billion, 222 billion, I think so was the cost. No, it was 22.4 billion. So let me just add this picture of the cost. You see right there, the article says the United Arab Emirates said on Saturday they had successfully opened the nuclear plant, becoming the first Arab country to produce nuclear energy. The $22.4 billion, that is 19 billion euros, Barak plant on the Gulf Coast of west of Abu Dhabi is being developed by a consortium by the Korea Electric Power Corporation. Now, this has to do a lot with what is happening with the alliance with Israel. This right here. And why? Because the United Arab Emirates, they're getting ready. They're absolutely getting ready. And what they have seen, everybody in the world is waking up of what China is doing. Everybody in the world is waking up. You saw Australia waking up. You saw New Zealand waking up. You're watching how how all these countries they're not supporting anymore China, like Taiwan right now, getting the hell out of this Chinese products and also blocking the entrance of Huawei and the 5G and all this stuff. So you're seeing a lot of this going around, and this alliance that it was just created by, the mediator, that it was the United States of America, it gives a shield. It gets a shield to protection. If in case if they win, in case of, that we are thinking, and we are in the positive note, and we are, praying to God that Donald Trump wins the re-election for 4 more years. And it's that, if that fact comes true, that Donald Trump is going to win on November, again, the re-election, he's already creating a shield for what is coming. Believe me, people, what is coming is going to be more difficult that you guys don't even understand. There is, a threat. And I have constantly said this whole week, Iran and Iraq have released threats against the United States of America. China is not even staying quiet anymore. They are just disrespectful, and they don't have no shame. Prime Minister saying that they're going to energetically react, and also the leader of the intelligence for the military saying that there's going to be consequences if the United States does not stop blaming them for COVID and also blocking the entrance of the 5G to other countries. So there's threats. And what the United States is doing, and I think that is super intelligent what they're doing, is confirming an alliance. It is creating a shield. And it's also telling people, we can do business in the in the long run, as a capitalist countries that we are, we can do business. But, this is going to affect us worldwide. This is why one of the, what the number one things that the United Arabs started doing, creating a nuclear plant since 1914. It was not created, and they are the ones that they are investing right now. So I'll be reading your comments. This is one of the number one reasons why they have created this alliance. It has to do a lot with petroleum. It has to do a lot with international commerce. It has to do a lot with this nuclear plant, and it has to do a lot with ending terrorism. That, a lot of it has been occurring in Iran and Iraq. What happened just in Beirut and Lebanon, that it was, all these countries are feeding Hezbollah. Now we are seeing how the chain of work and how the chain of terror and which are the countries that are trying to control the world through, the biggest country that exists in terms of territory is Russia. So they're trying to, dominate in terms of, implementing the system that is alliance with the elite, alliance with globalists, as it is, China, and as it is Russia. So God bless you all. We'll start with that topic. You guys can add topics as you want. God bless everybody. Super chat is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute to my work. We have been working the whole week, giving you guys information every day as I'm riding to work and as I'm coming back. I will be ready to go to shelters, and I will be ready to go to public places probably in a couple of weeks. I had a throat infection, so I don't want to get nothing. And, COVID is really strong right now, and it's really difficult. COVID, as the situation is getting worse over here in our country of Mexico, more than 50,000 deaths. Is the second most, unprepared country in the world to handle the COVID situation. So we have been having problems with that. So, ultimately the number one thing that I want to do if I want to go visit shelters, so if I want to go in certain parts of the wall and show you guys certain parts of the wall, is due to the security of, the infections or bacteria that there probably are in, like the one that I got sick with. I had an infection in my trachea going up in the mountain. To show you guys a part of the wall that it was extremely interesting. So I will read your comments right here. We have a question by Suzette Petillo. Her question is, how did the arms embargo against Iran not pass renew? I don't understand the question. How did the arms embargo against Iran not pass? I don't understand the question. I will read it again. And I will read it again a little bit. If you can elaborate the question a little bit more, Suzette, I will answer it to you. Veronica Green says, hi, Oscar. I don't have a question, but I want you to know you are a very knowledgeable man for letting us all know about all of this corruption that is going on around the world. God bless. God bless you also. God bless. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much. Comments, if you guys want to throw in there a comment or a question, I will absolutely answer them. Suzette Patillo again says, are you guys having Save the Children marches on the 22nd next weekend? Worldwide marches against pedophilia, 100 cities in March. I haven't seen no no march or no banner whatsoever right now over here in Tijuana and also in Mexico. Believe me, if that is worldwide, I will organize one and I will march. If I'm marching alone, I will march alone. If I have to stand alone at a place protesting against the enormous trafficking of children that is occurring around the world, and as I was talking to Athena, uh, the trafficking of children is not only the biggest problem, the marriages that is occurring right now, the marriages with minors that is occurring right now in certain countries, in certain parts of the countries, and in certain parts of the world, like in the Thailand, like the India, that it's in their culture and it's part of their religion to basically is abuse. It's rape as a minor, 12 years old, 13 years old, in arranged marriage with a 50-year-old. It's disgusting. And we're going to try to keep in touch with Athena and have more topics, about this and talk about all the situations that are happening in terms to child trafficking and surrounding child trafficking. There's a comment right here by Ben Olmark. Here in Canada, times are crazy. Oh, say hello all the way to Canada, all the way to Canada to Ben Olmark. How you doing, Ben? Hopefully, you're doing good. Canada is not going through a good situation. Also, what Canada did and what Canada's been doing is that they need international workers. That's the problem with Canada. That immigration factor. Also, Canada signed the Globalist Compact of Immigration. The thing that Canada is doing a lot is accepting a lot of refugees and asylum people from the Middle East. So from all the way from the Middle East, they're flying them directly to Canada, and in Canada they're doing their process of asylum and also refugee. That's why Canada has a large amount of people from the Middle East living in Canada, specifically from Syria. They have a huge amount of people from Syria and from Iran and also from Yemen. They have a huge amount of people in Canada. And that is one of the problems that has created a problem in Canada. A lot of people in Canada are not agreeing with that. Also, they are creating a lot of mosques in certain parts of the country of Canada. But that has to do with what President or leader Trudeau has agreed on. That Trudeau agreed on signing the Globalist Compact of Immigration, which involves you guys taking asylum and taking refugees, as exactly as Mexico is doing right now, from all parts of the world. So one of the things that they have opened the market for migrants to come and work your land. It's not the fault of the migrants, really. Ultimately, let me just explain a little bit. If you go right now to a website, and you put Google, let's say Google right now, and you put jobs for migrants in Canada, Google like that, and you will see hundreds of options that Canada needs migrants, and Canada needs people to come and work the land of Canada. It's one of the things that has been happening, that Canada is asking for migrants. And there was this exercise which they were explaining that the Canada population is really low, so they want to increase the population in Canada by bringing people to work, and by bringing migrants. It's ultimately one of the purposes is to increase the population. So Canada is having huge problems with this. And a lot of people are not agreeing with the majority of the population of Canada is not agreeing with the Globalist Compact of Immigration. Also, they're not supporting, President Trudeau. Absolutely, they're not. There's a lot of people that are really mad of the decisions that he has been taking in terms to, security, in terms to immigration. Absolutely, in terms to immigration, in terms to securing the borders. He's not doing a good job. Really, he's not. And it resembles a little bit as a communist. It's a communist. Trudeau gives that air that he is a communist leader. and that he gets all the communist, ideas from intelligence from Cuba. He has a lot of people that they have come over there to talk to him about, how to run a communist country. And a lot of intelligence from Cuba have gone over there to sit down and talk to him. Just check on that. You, Ben, that you're from Canada, go over there and check on that, and and absolutely analyze how he's managing your country, and he's trying to turn it into a communist country, really slowly, step by step. They're preparing them to the transformation. He was having doubts to sign the international treaty with Mexico, the TEMEC, a treaty that involves a lot of economy for the three countries. He was having problems with the decisions of that. Why? Because he was saying, "Oh, the United States is going through a hard time right now." Since when you are preoccupied of the situations that are going on in the United States, when the United States of America and Mexico have provided a lot of economy for the Canada, and now all of a sudden Canada wants to pull out. Trudeau wanted to pull out. Why? Because he doesn't want to fall into capitalist agenda. Really, there needs to understand that Canada is going through a transformation right now, and is going through a huge transformation that a lot of the citizens from Canada are not liking it at all. Why? Because they are surrounding themselves by a different transformation of culture. They are transforming into this unilateral country. And also, there's a lot of change of politics in your country. You're going to see this year, 2021, is going to be really difficult for Canada. A lot of international agreements with a lot of countries are going to be canceled because Trudeau does not want to do anything with external inversion. What is that? That he wants to turn Canada into only a one product, only by the inside of the country. It's exactly what AMLO is doing over here. It's exactly what AMLO. This is why I've been telling you guys that the United States is being sandwiched by Canada and by Mexico. Slowly by slowly, they are going to be suffocating the United States into turn into this communist and socialist system. That is the ultimate goal, But Canada is transforming slowly by slowly. It's a humongous country and it's first-class world country. That is why it's going to take a long time for people to adapt. A lot of citizens are absolutely not agreeing with transforming into a communist country. Who is going to agree from being a first-class world country to turn into a communist country? And one of the reasons why, as I'm telling you, Ben, is that a lot has to do with the Cuban intelligence that has been penetrating and going through your country. He's been sitting down with a lot of Cuban intelligence. And that, ultimately has to do with international treaties that they got underneath the table with Cuba. Also, the help that they've been giving Cuba underneath the table also. And, next year, you're going to see a complete change in Canada. It's going to be shocking. But I'm telling you right now, next year, you're going to see Canada. You're going to see Canada transforming and allying with communist countries. You're going to see that. If Trudeau does not get stopped, and if Trudeau does not get, immediately, in a way, somebody interferes and affects the pockets of Canada and the Canadian people, or it affects internationally with international treaties and also the economy that is fluencing around Canada. If somebody does not stop what Trudeau is trying to do, but with this, not with a gun, there's going to be huge problems for Canada next year, 2021. A change in Canada is going to happen. So I hope that I answer your question. I want to say hi to the people that they're watching. I want to say thank you for the contribution. To Rhonda Ziza. Thank you so much, Rhonda, for your $20 contribution. Super Chat is on the bottom for people who want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. Hi to Vanessa A. Aninion. How you doing, Vanessa? let me see another comment. Karen Clark says, saving the children, save our children is getting widespread all over the United States, and people are waking up everywhere. That's one of the things why I brought Athena, and I want to bring some other people into my platform at YouTube so we can talk about the enormous child trafficking that is occurring in the borders. I live in Mexico, so I know what the hell is going on over here. But the people from the United States see it every day, and they start to be shocked. This is the thing. Let me explain to you what's going on. This is the thing that you guys are just recently seeing. This is the thing that you guys are only seeing right now. We have been seeing it for the longest of time. We have been seeing the child trafficking, the cartel activity, the human smuggling, the organ smuggling, the organ trafficking. We have been seeing this for the longest of time. And the United States citizens are only waking up. Why? Because what happened in the Obama administration. For God's sake, more than 90,000 kids were missing in 2014. Now, I was talking to a person that is a Democrat the other day, and she hit on my inbox and saying, you are a liar. You're not speaking facts. You're just throwing out lies. And I sent her all the articles from the Washington Post, the Washington Times, the New York Times, even CNN, their own agenda, their own media, from their own mouth. I sent her all the evidence showing Obama had children in cages. Obama lost a lot of children. Obama was used to, there's a lot of speculations that he was involved with a lot of trafficking of children, selling children. And after that, sending her all the evidence, it was not enough. You cannot change the mind of a person, of a Democrat and a liberal, when they already are like this, with their hand on their eyes, and they're not going to listen to you. Focus right now on the problems and the people that want to do something about it. People that really want to do something about it, and the people that want to expose what is really happening at the borders. There's a lot of child trafficking in the borders. It's horrible. The situation is horrible. Not only that, the insecurity in the border cities in Mexico, it is horrible also. The kidnappings of children and the selling of organs that is occurring over here in our country. We see, and it's horrible to say, but you see a body of a young kid, let's say 5 to 6 years old, and you see it. They found it dead, but you see it open in the chest because they already took out whatever they needed. It is horrible what has been occurring, but it's a good thing that a lot of American citizens are waking up and understanding that this situation has been here for years, but you guys are waking up to understand it needs to be fixed. I want to thank for the contribution, Alex and Craig. Thank you so much for your $20 contribution. God bless you. Thank you so much. Super chat is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. Let me read some comments right here before I go. Alice and Craig says, is Trudeau voted in like here? If so, vote him out. I forgot about the voting system in Canada, and I don't know how many years the president of Canada is staying in power. So let me just remind myself. I read that months and months. I think more than a year ago I read that. So let me remind myself. Meanwhile, I'm scrolling down. Ben Hallmark says we have Chinese troops in BC right now watching some mine they bought. Crazy to let them in. Yes, there's a lot of situations going on right now. Addison Craig again says China is buying up the world. It needs to move. U.S. needs to move them out. That's what they're doing right now. As you guys don't know, what is going on right now, William Barr and Mike Pompeo, they're blocking all the entrance of the Chinese technology and also the Huawei device, the smartphone as Huawei. That is the one that is going to be, they're going to be implementing the 5G technology. So William Barr and Mike Pompeo have been blocking all the entrances to the west hemisphere over here, and also to other continents also. That is really important. All capitalist countries, they've been listening to William Barr and also Dominic Raab, the Prime Minister of the UK. Another guy that he's been doing a phenomenal job, and the UK has created a great alliance with the United States of America and also the European Union. All of them together, they're trying to fight this system, and they're trying to fight this communist, this communist leader. This is why China is getting desperate right now. The COVID has worked, and only in one thing, and two things. They had caused a lot of deaths, the one thing, and the decrease of population, and also they have affected the economy to come to an economical collapse. A lot of countries, third world class countries, they're asking for help for the 20G. The 20G is an organization of countries that they are a little bit more advanced. These countries are 20 countries that they just released $5 trillion to help, other countries that they need help. This comes to mind. I'm telling you that in the 20G, China is not in there, but it has a lot to do with what the United States is trying to put to the world, that they need to block every entrance for every technology. And we don't need, what the United States is trying to say to everybody is that we don't need China to continue our lives. China has accustomed the world to the cheap man product, that we have drank that coffee every day. And when we want to stop drinking that coffee, it is impossible. We already addicted to it. So the problem is right here is that how can we get that addiction out? And that is what William Barr and Mike Pompeo and President Trump are doing. So capitalists, this is why the unity between Israel and Emiratos Árabes, United Arab Emirates, are creating, so they can create a better, powerful alliance and create a shield. If Donald Trump is elected president again, that is one of the next steps, to not depend on China and to not let China control the world. That is one of the next steps. Remember, one of the theories from a lot of people is that the New World Order is going to be ruled by regions. And what they're doing right now is, you see a lot of alliances: Iran, Iraq, Venezuela, North Korea, China and Russia and Cuba. You see six countries in one island that they are allied. And this is what they're trying to do right now. President Trump and bringing other countries to ally with them is to create a shield before these communist parties grow more and they will feel unprotected and attacked. So that's what that's what I believe. Hope that answers your question. Let me see another comment right here. Let me go a little bit slow. I'm sorry, right here. Okay, let's go with. Okay, this is another comment from Anon Wymus. I told my buddy who is anti-Trump about the peace to the Middle East. He turned on the news and nothing, CNN, Telemundo, and another. So he thinks he just made it up. It pisses me off. Thoughts. Well, you can't. As I was telling you right now, you can't change. You can't change the minds of people, and you can't change the minds of liberals, and you can't change the minds of Democrats that they're stubborn and they don't want to listen. You put the numbers right there, as I was putting child trafficking and what happened in the Obama years, and what happened in the Obama administration. That was the administration that started the separation of families, and not only that, the cages. Because a lot of separation of families right now in the administration of Trump has to do with a lot of child trafficking and human smuggling, and fake families and fake marriages. But you put that evidence in their faces. And you put the evidence of the economy, how it was doing, and you put the evidence right there so they can look at it, and they are in denial. So it's not up to, you can't fight a person that you're talking straight to the wall. Try to find a person that it can create a change. and that can absolutely understand what is happening. Those people, they're only going to understand when it affects their pockets, and when they start, suffering a little bit through the situation. That's the only way that they are going to understand, and they're going to learn that what is happening right now in the world is the new world order, the complete dominance of this elite and globalist people. Super chat is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. Another comment right here. Let's see right here. Thank God. Michael Guerrero says, thank God for William Barr. Yes, this guy that has been actually, criticized a lot. And a lot of people were worried about when he went and Nadler and Veronica Escobar and all these Congress people at the House, they were criticizing him and attacking him. And they were actually, saying, what is it? You're claiming my time. That is a new word for them. You're claiming my time. You're claiming my time. Stepping all over the other man's, freedom of speech. And a lot of people were like, oh, my God, what is he going to do? He's not saying anything. He's not defending himself. For God's sake, people, the man has a lot to do in saving the world practically. He has to deal with the situation in Venezuela with the socialists Nicolas Maduro and Michael Moreno, the Prime Minister of Justice in Venezuela, that they are ruining and killing their own people in Venezuela. He has to deal with with Iran, with Iraq, with the situation of peace that is occurring right now in the world. He has more things to do than listen to this, disrespectful and worth of nothing Nadler, and also Veronica Escobar. That you haven't seen Veronica Escobar, the Congresswoman from El Paso. Have you seen her talk about the irregular migration that is occurring right now in El Paso? The horrible situation that is occurring right now in El Paso. And El Paso, Texas is getting right now flooded with immigrants through their borders. Horrible. More than 40,000 people have been penetrating the borders right now. And El Paso is getting flooded right now and attacked. Have you seen Veronica Escobar talk about one thing? Just one little thing that she has said. Something about the insecurity at the borders of El Paso. Have you guys heard about anything? She hasn't said nothing. And it has to do a lot with what I was explaining yesterday, that these Democrat, borders and these Democrat cities, they are flooding their cities because there's a lot of people that they got COVID. Infections are going to come, as Democrats have been saying, this miracle solution that, the peaks of COVID is going to go up between August and November. Inevitably, that it's going to bring more infections of COVID if we are bringing more people and more people and more people crossing illegally with possibly, symptoms or infected with COVID. And that ultimately leads for people to get infected, businesses get closed, and then mail in ballots. It's a strategy that is going to flow one by one. And it's a domino effect that is going to happen not only in the border cities, but it's going to move out a little bit up north. This, knowing the fact that we are less than 80 days from election. Principal thing about learning about this is that you guys need to expose what is happening at the borders, and the Border Patrol needs to get support. The guys are getting overwhelmed. It's too much people, and it's too much situation that is happening in the borders. Even the National Guard from Mexico is getting overwhelmed. That they are, practically working with the Border Patrol now, and it looks more like that. It's a lot. It's a lot that is happening. It's a strategy, So William Barr, God bless him. Yes, he's doing more than a lot. But you got all these pieces of crap people, and I'm sorry for the word, but you got all these people that they're not helping your country. All these Congress people, and one of the examples is Veronica Escobar. She's not even saying anything about the irregular migration that is occurring right now in El Paso, and it is continuing and continuing and continuing and continuing, and nobody's saying anything about it. So. Hope that I answered your comment right there. Let me see a little bit, one more comment. Let me see right here. Jacqueline Tackerberry right here says, I'm not alone. Hashtag silent majority. If they win, they definitely cheated. That's one of the things that really got off all the Democrats. They were really mad. Also, Nancy Pelosi was really upset when President Trump was interviewed, and he was asked if what would his reaction will be if he lost the candidacy to reelect himself, and he said, "I'm not going to accept the defeat because I know that they were going to cheat." And right now, you guys are seeing and what they're doing. It is This is just disgusting. It is in front of your face, and I'm still doing it. It is, mailed-in ballots. It's not only that, the 20,000 fake IDs that it was found in Chicago, in the Chicago airport. One of the things that is extremely disgusting, right there, right in your face. I'm trafficking fake IDs that they're coming from China. The fake IDs were coming from China, found in the international airport of Chicago. And these IDs speculated to be used for terror, for violence, and also for voting. So it's amazing. The most amazing thing about this is that, everybody knows that it's happening. And it is more surprising for the administration of Trump that Robert O'Brien, the head chief of security of the White House, released a statement saying China and Iran, they are trying to interfere through the technology to interfere again with the elections of the presidency. It is, my God, what else do you need? What else do you want? And this is why it was really important to create this alliance between the Emiratos Árabes Unidos, the United Arab Emirates, United Arab Emiratos Árabes Unidos. It was really important for them to create an alliance between that country and Israel. Why? Because that basically is telling the world we are not alone. We are not alone. And I know what you're trying to do to Iran. A deep message to Iran, to Iraq, to China, to Russia. It's a huge message. They created an alliance between Israel and the Emirates United Emiratos Árabes Unidos. Emirate United Arabs. They created a great alliance that ultimately it tells you we're not alone. And we're creating this alliance for you to understand that in terms of your infiltrated in technology that China is trying to do, that they have been caught in Houston, they were caught trying to infiltrate and trying to espionage national security in Houston to Chinese hackers. Now you know that they're not, it's not only the United States fighting all of this. You got the UK, you got the European Union. Now you got Taiwan on your side. You got Japan, you got Hong Kong. Now you got Australia, you're pulling in New Zealand. Now you're rolling, and now what you got? A peaceful agreement between the Emiratos Árabes Unidos, the Arab United, and also you get Israel that has always been on your side. Strongly more now with Benjamin Netanyahu, that a guy, the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, a guy that in 2008, he said to the United Nations, hey man, I know who is feeding Hezbollah. It's Iran and Iraq, and this is the map, and this is the warehouse where they are putting the guns. And in 2014 or 2012, I don't remember, again, he told the United Nations, hey man, I know the building, and this is where Iran and Iraq and Syria are feeding, Hezbollah. Please, man, do something about it. The United Nations didn't do anything about it, and what happened? Now you got William Barr going over there and trying to talk to the United Nations and tell everybody, hey, I know what is going on. And I know that Russia is the one that is feeding Iran and Iraq to feed Hezbollah. So you get a great alliance by that. Benjamin Netanyahu was the one that stepped into the plate and said, you know what? I got you, William, and I got you, Mike Pompeo, and I got you, Trump. I will be saying it again. And then William Barr said, hey, you know what? On the next on the next international convention of the United Nations, I want to speak. And I want to tell everybody, I got your number, man. I know that Russia is feeding Iran and Iraq and also Lebanon for to feed Hezbollah and also Syria. So this alliance is not only to create international commerce for oil, not only for that, but ultimately is to create a shield. And that is why when they saw the Emirates, the Arab Emirates united, and Israel creating a truce of peace, that is why Iran and Iraq extremely got mad. They really got mad. Why? Because Iran and Iraq 3 weeks ago, they just released a statement, 4 weeks ago, I think so, released a statement threatening the United States of America, not giving a damn. Just throwing it out there and saying, you know what, we are going to counterattack you and we're going to get vengeance for the assassination of Qasem Soleimani. All of this is happening between 4 months ago before election. Now it's less than 3 months for election. And it's happening right now in front of our noses. The United States is getting attacked by all sides. It's not only by, the borders in Mexico, but it's getting attacked outside, in other continents, internationally, trying to affect the economy. Not only that, getting attacked by the North, also by Canada, that their borders are really weak in connection to all the states that are up north. And by all sides, it's from everywhere. They're trying to destroy the country of the United States, a capitalist country that has provided a lot. Because the ideology of all these people is the American imperialism. The imperialism of America, they want to go in there and take everything and then lead out. They have been stealing from us. Like the guys from Honduras saying, hey, take your military plants out of here. Your military warehouses or your military establishments right here, take them out. Because it's because of you guys that we don't have minerals. It's because of you guys that we don't have, enough money. We don't have a good economy. It's because of the military bases that they are in Honduras. It's because of that we cannot survive. Get the hell out of here, man. That has nothing to do with it. And a lot of people are saying that has all to do with it, Blue. That has all to do with it. My God, who's letting them in? Your government, not nobody else. You don't see no military American base in Mexico. There's a mutual respect. And why they're going in there is because they're providing a better economy. How much money the U.S. has released to Central America? It is not the fault of the United States of America that all of these governments from Central America and South America are extremely corrupt. And they're not creating a better infrastructure of your country and a better secure system for you guys to live comfortably and not be migrating through jungles and through seas and through deserts. They don't explain that. They only fall into their own agenda, thinking, you took advantage of us. You're taking advantage of us. You're taking advantage of us. It is only that. But they don't see of all the profited things that the United States has sent millions and billions sometimes. For God's sake, nobody's putting attention to that. I hope that I answer your comment. Super chat is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute to my work. God bless you. God bless every single one of you. Let me go back to comments right here. Go back. Let me see. Right here and going slowly. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice News. Thank you so much for watching. It's on a Sunday and I'm doing a Q&A show with every single one of you. Karen Clark says, we saw conservative Anthony and he's showing us the traffic that is coming over. I want to address something that I saw yesterday. And it's not to contradict nobody, but I want to be honest with you guys. And I want to really be honest with you guys. When we are recording, let me explain how it is. A thing that I saw yesterday has nothing to do with you, Miss Karen. has something to do that I saw. And I'm not complaining about it. I'm trying to educate of how we do things when we are recording irregular entrances or illegal entrances by individuals through a border. When I record that, this comes with experience. You face a danger. First of all, you're in the middle of a transaction. Let me tell you that. In the middle of a transaction where a coyote is being paid to cross people illegally to the United States of America. From 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, and all the way to 8,000 through a mountain. Through a car, the expense and the cost is way more. But I have recorded in the middle of the transaction. I have recorded also when they are crossing illegally through a ladder on the wall, how they were running through a port of entry, through every single place, through mountains, through cliffs, through water. In Tapachula, we have recorded that also, how they cross illegally back and forth from Guatemala to Tapachula, Mexico. We have recorded all of that. But let me tell you something. We are reporters. We are not the Border Patrol. In my country, I'm not a federal agent. I'm not a reporter. I'm not a federal agent. I'm a reporter. I'm not an immigration officer. I am a reporter. I'm there to report and record and tell you what is happening and what is occurring. It's not my obligation to call the Border Patrol and to tell them, hey, you know what? I got somebody over here that is trying to cross. No, you're watching. You can do it yourself. I don't work with the Border Patrol. If they or if I am working with the Border Patrol, it's a federal crime. It is a complete federal crime. So I'm there as an independent journalist. I'm not there as an alliance, whether I respect the immigration laws and I support the Border Patrol and I support the United States Customs, and they have my complete support. But my job right there is to report, and that is the way that I can help to fix the problem. That is my way of supporting. That is my way of backing the guys up so they can know what is going on in my side of Mexico. I'm talking about me. When you're in the middle of reporting that, and you are recording the activity of the cartels trying to traffic people into the United States, you cannot stay there for a long time recording and having fun. I will tell you that. We need to move consistently because you become a target. And they think, oh, this guy's recording because he's recording us and he wants to show, and he's working with the Border Patrol, and see the Border Patrol is coming, and now we see the reporter. Now we see that that's the target. We need to eliminate it. We need to eliminate that. It's our own security first, because it's real easy, guys. You guys throw comments. What are you doing? Why you're not stopping them? Why you're not doing anything about it? Why are you not doing anything about it? Why are you not stopping it? And it's practically, we're there to report. We're not there to stop. We're not there to pull. And of all those people that are saying, oh, talk, no action, I wish that you could be at the border with me. Late at night, around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, alone, in the middle of a mountain, and you're seeing people that with long AK-47s walking by through you and telling you, hey, what are you doing over here? Let's see what you can do. Or in Tapachula, crossing through a water raft, looking at the cartel in Guatemala, staring at you when they're crossing cocaine in backpacks, and you are right there standing, watching. I would love to see you stand there and try to block him and see what you can do. Or stand in Nuevo Laredo, in Laredo, Texas, where the enormous trafficking of methamphetamine and heroin is going on through the mountains and through the open areas of the wall. I would like to see you there standing and say, no, all talk, no action. I would love for you to stay there and be like, I'm here to stop you. I'm here to stop you. I would love for you to do it. I would love for you to do it. We are reporters, people. That's what we do. And strategically, we cannot be standing in one place for the longest of time. Immediately, we need to move. Immediately, we record. There's the evidence. There's people entering from this side. Let's go. Let's move. And a lot of people were criticizing that. Why are you not staying there? There were puppies there alone. There were puppies there. Why are you leaving the puppies? Like, it's his life. He needs to move from there to another place, locate in another place, find another place where he can record and change. That's the problem when you're not in the moment and you're not in the particular area where it is affected. I have seen it. You cannot tell it to me. You cannot tell me that I haven't seen it. I haven't experienced it. Remember that, I have gone through to Guatemala for all those people that they're saying there was a GoFundMe for $6,000 to go to Guatemala. And we went 3 times, not once, 3 times we went. 3 times and 3 times of evidence. And we went over there 3 times and we showed. The first time I went alone. I went alone the first time. And I'm not going to lie to you. When you're stepping into a water raft and crossing to Guatemala, where all the immigrants are at, there's a lot of gang violence, MS-13, MS-18s, the enormous trafficking of drugs, trafficking of gasoline that is occurring right there. It's a multi-million business at that border. And when you're standing there and you're crossing through the other country alone with another journalist that has experience on that area, you get to realize, what the hell am I doing? Where am I at? Holy smokes, I'm really doing it right now. This is crazy. And you get to Guatemala and you walk around in the city, people staring at you because they know that you're a foreigner. Immediately they start whispering and start, going around. It's not just recording. I wish that it was like that. Second time that I went with Ben Berquam, our friend and colleague, which I sent him a huge hug. Huge hug. I'm going to see him in the next couple of weeks. We're going to see each other. And the second time that we went, even Ben, when we got to the border, it's like, okay, I told him, it's crunch time. And we were standing looking at each other, and I was looking at him, and there's a look where it changes everything. It's a click. It's a matter of seconds. I'm not in the United States anymore. I'm not in Mexico where I feel, a little bit more secure. I'm not in, for him, for Ben, I'm not in California. I'm not in the United States where it's freedom. You guys have liberty and freedom. And it completely changes. It's a click. It's an immediate change. Damn it, I'm going to Guatemala. That is where all the violence is at. That is where it is occurring. That is where all the migrants are at. That is where all the trafficking of children, the trafficking of guns, the trafficking of cocaine, the trafficking of organs, the trafficking of women, the sex trafficking, the sex slavery. That is where it's generating to cross over here. And it's a click. It's a change immediately. And I can see his look and he can see my look, and we're going to do this. And we cross back and forth. It's not only recording. And the third time that we went, it was the 3 of us. It was Ben, it was Anthony, and it was myself. And when we got there, I can see the face of Anthony change immediately, like this. Like, okay, all right, we're going to do it. All right, let's do it. But it's a complete change of atmosphere. As we are crossing from two ports of entry that we went, one port of entry that it was called Talisman is the first threat that my partner, Conservative Anthony, received. It was from an MS-13 member that it was pulling people from one side to the other. And immediately as Anthony got off the water raft, crossing to Guatemala, I was standing there, and this guy was pulling the water raft, and he was working with the MS-13, and he said only to himself, he said this only to himself, so we can hear it as he was pulling the water raft. He said, this is one of the reasons why they get killed. So we're like, whoa, thank you for receiving us. So we don't expect flowers when we move to one part or to the other. But I want you to completely understand the dangers that we have gone through. It's not easy to going around these particular parts in Tapachula. Tapachula is a dangerous city. It's one of the most dangerous cities in our country of Mexico. Thank God that we got Carlos, our friend and journalist from over there in Tapachula, Chiapas, that he's always been phenomenal with me. We created a relationship through text. The first time that I went over there, I have never talked to him on the phone. I think I talked to him once on the phone. And we created a relationship through information. I sent him information of the wall. He sent me information over there. And my first time meeting him, really meeting him, is I got a flight from 12 hours with no sleep. Got to Tapachula, hopped in the car, and went immediately to the border to work. That was my first experience with him. By the way, I sent him a huge hug. He's a workhorse, man. He's like exactly like me. We don't stop. So I want to explain to you guys that when we're recording at a particular part of the border, it's not easy. When you're doing independent and journalist and reporting work, because you can be standing and yelling, oh my God, there's migrants right here and they're crossing, and oh my God, that's just creating a mockery of yourself. When you're actually reporting facts and you're going through particular parts of the city where it's dangerous, when you're going through other countries and you're traveling to other countries, it's dangerous. And when you're in the middle of recording a transaction, because that is a transaction, people. You guys don't understand, that is an immediate transaction. When people are crossing illegally from the country of Mexico to the United States, it is a transaction. They already paid the coyote. So it's a job for them. It's a business. So there's already somebody in El Paso, for example, waiting for them to catch them. Try walking through Portland, Oregon. Portland, Oregon is a piece of cake for me, man. It's a piece of cake for me. Piece of cake. That is nothing in compared to my country. Nothing to compare to Tijuana. You got Portland, Oregon, some activist punks, little kids, that they're carrying helmets and they're carrying, tear gas bombs. That's dangerous for you? These activist, communist, socialist punks that is my body, is my right, and they live out of their mama's basement. That's dangerous for you? The Black Lives Matter activists, that's for you, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. 58,000 murders over here in our country of Mexico due to cartel activity. The country that is number one for cartel activity is Mexico. Portland, Oregon, really? Portland, Oregon. Really? Yeah, I'll give you that. There's a little bit of insecurity. There's tension. But over here, I will tell you something. And I will let you know this. Over here, our government, those kind of protests, they handle them differently. If you know what I mean. They handle them real different. Over here, if those kind of protests happen in Mexico, there's no, it's my body, it's my right. There's no, you're harassing me, you're stalking me, you're in my sensitivity area. No. Over here in Mexico, we don't have that. There's no, you're taking away my freedom of speech, my constitutional right, my right to protest, and I'm defending myself. Let me do destruction of buildings. Over here in Mexico, they handle things really different. Really different. May I remind you, La Matanza del 68, the killings of students of the 68. May I remind you, the 43 students that they got lost because they were protesting against against a mayor in a city over here in Mexico. The 43 students, nobody has found them. They are disappeared. Apparently, they were put on drums of acid. Nobody knows where they went. They handle protests over here in Mexico real different than in the United States of America. And all these activists, they're fighting against that. They're violating their rights and their freedoms. My God. And you get all the freedom to protest, and you're saying that you don't have freedom and liberty? You get all the freedom to loot and to destroy cities. Look what happened in Minneapolis. And you're telling me that you don't have freedom to do whatever the hell you want? And look what you have done to Minneapolis. Look what you're doing to Chicago. Look what you're doing to Portland. And you're telling me that you don't have freedom? Oh, no, buddy. Over here, those kind of protests, immediately they get resolved. Like this. The federal government handles it real quick. When it comes to protesters, you better protest calmly, bro, because I'm watching you. Over there in your country, no. They can even destroy police officer cars. They can hit old women, third age women. They can shoplift, they can steal from stores. You got all those advantages, but they're taking away your freedom, right? They're taking away your freedom. Right? They're taking away your freedom. I'm not saying that the situation in the United States is nothing compared to Mexico. No, I know that the situation in the United States is bad right now. In terms of violence, Chicago is real bad. Chicago is turning into one city of Mexico. That is a horrible situation. And I can tell you that when I go to El Paso and I see El Paso and I see one of the things that I saw in El Paso was that there were kids playing at 11 and 12 o'clock at night, and I was like, what the hell is going on over here? I told Anthony, what the hell these kids are doing, man? It's too late. I'm like, no, it's not. A lot of these people, they let their kids go out and play because of the heat, man. There's a lot of, the weather over here is hot. I'm like, they got the freedom to do that. Wow. And I haven't been, in that particular freedom all of my life. Since I was a young kid, I cannot tell you a day that I had the liberty and the freedom to go out late at that hour and try to have fun with my friends in my neighborhood. A lot of these rich kids over here in Mexico, they're born in, really nice areas. And they can go out, but it's a closed complex. So nobody goes in there. Yeah, you can play around, but try a normal neighborhood. That's the difference between two countries. Difference between a first-class world country that they're trying to turn it into a third world-class country with the communists and protesters like that. What is going on in Chicago, I agree with you. Bad. And it's turning into one kind of like related to a city like Mexico. Gang violence, dead people every day by the amounts of 8, 10. It's not, it's getting bad. And it's really horrible it's really difficult to control it if they're not letting the federal government work and control it. Because Lori Lightfoot is not doing anything about it. The hell, Lori Lightfoot isn't doing nothing about it. He's not protecting anything about it. The Black Lives Matter movement and all these protests is getting so overrated now. A lot of people are getting tired of it. It's not working. They haven't accomplished anything. What you have accomplished? Just tell me what. The automatic destruction of cities? Insecurity? Have you fixed the black on black crime? Have you helped the black community? Where is the purpose of Black Lives Matter? Where did it went? Has it helped? Have they helped? Was it about George Floyd? What happened in Cannon Hynant right now? Nobody's putting attention. Is it about race? It's not even about that. I'm gonna tell you that. It's about these democratic people, that they're using people to cause destruction and stabilize the country, to create division, and to make Democrats have been doing this all life. They have been creating division between races and making everybody think that is the other political party, or it is political, or is the conservatives, or is, they're not getting, there's my body is my right, they're taking away my right. It's amazing what they're doing. It's amazing. I don't read your comments. It's okay to read them, and it's okay to talk. But, but it's more okay that we understand each other. And I understand your point of view sometimes. I understand. It's good to talk. Sometimes I talk to liberals on my live feed on Facebook when I get, big audiences. I get big audiences. When I get, an audience that it's, a good amount of people. And, I talk to them and I ask them a question like, if Hispanic Americans or Latinos that, ultimately the Latinos that are supporting Black Lives Matter, one of the things that I asked them is, when has Black Lives Matter done something for you, for Hispanic communities, for Latino communities? When? It's not about that. It's about fighting the system. When has Black Lives Matter fought the system with Mexicans and helped the Mexican communities? Just name me one. They're brainwashing us to make us understand that this is about race when there's nothing about that. Excuse me. This is, how's everybody doing? Good evening to everybody. Super chat is on the bottom for people who want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. Let me see right here the comments. And right here, Jacqueline Tackberry, what is happening with Bukele? Bukele is on his same path that is protecting his country. Apparently, he's going to activate the economy right now, but it's still closed. Salvador is still closed. It's exactly what he said. I'm going to take care of my country, but I'm not going to let nobody get out. So a lot of people are getting desperate because they're investors and also business people that they are really involved in. El Salvador have a lot to do with international commerce, with Mexico, with their neighbors, Honduras, with Bolivia, with other countries in Central America, and they're getting a little bit desperate. But he's trying to fix that. Let me just read another comment right here. Xiomara Castellon, it's time to get our freedom back from these evil pedophile demons that they're going after our children and grandchildren future, but children's grandchildren future. But I'm not going to be that person who is going down without a fight. That's really important. That you guys are waking up to what is happening in your country, and it's a lot. We know, as we were talking about right now, that 80% of that's a statistic that Athena Ives told me. 80% of the trafficking of children in the United States of Americans are United States citizens. It shocked me. I was like, what the hell is she talking about? Really, it is. So there's an enormous trafficking of children in your country. It has to do a lot with, pedophilia, has to do a lot with, Hollywood. It has to do a lot. That's why they are hating this. They're hating that Trump is bringing this up. And people are waking up, and, Pizzagate and, Epstein Island and Androchrome and all this kind of stuff is really important, yes, but it's distracting from the main purpose, that is what is happening in communities, what is happening in certain cults of religions, what is happening with marriage agreements between families. All that kind of stuff is horrible, because it's just predetermining the future of a child. It is not even your decision, it's her decision, or him or his decision. So it's really important that everybody's waking up. Let me get another comment right here. I believe you, Oscar. I'm a walkaway for 4 years. Infiltration, distraction from within. Yes, Mary. How you doing, Mary Home? Yes, it's really difficult to be it's really difficult to leave. Why? I will tell you. I didn't back in 2017, I think so. 2017. I was not a fan of Trump. I was not a fan. What woke me up was the caravans, and how we were complaining about what they were doing to us, when we were doing exactly the same thing we have been doing exactly, not as aggressiveness as that horrible, but we have been doing almost remotely the same to the United States as Mexicans. And what woke me up was that. Also, his love for his country and only his countrymen, and to get his country better. That was one thing that I was like, wow, this guy, in a way, I was thinking, oh, probably he's racist and he doesn't like Mexicans. But I started to read and understand what he was saying. So I started to leave my pride to the side and put it in a bucket and close that bucket and tell my pride, don't get out. Just let me understand this guy. After that, I met, Anthony, and he started explaining to me and filtering a lot of information and telling me, look, bro, this is what's happening. This is what he said. This is what is occurring. These are the politics. Obama tried to do this, and he came in, and Hillary, and la, la, la. So I started analyzing, because I started, telling Anthony other information of the Globalist Compact of Immigration, what is happening, and it was set up by Obama with Hillary. And I'm like, okay, so Democrats are not good. So Democrats are not good. They're not helping. I'm not saying Republicans have been, a saint, because I have told you guys I'm not for a political party. But right now, Democrats are evil. And they're not helping at all. Nothing. So I started to analyze, and I said, you know what? I've never been a Democrat. And I've never been a Republican. I cannot consider myself a walkaway. But I can tell you something. Whatever they have been doing all my life, brainwashing me to think that I'm a minority, to think that I'm Mexican, to think that I'm a victim, I am walking away from that. And I know that we have capabilities and the capacities and the abilities to do as much and as better as we can. And it has been demonstrated, and it has been proven. Dreams come true if you got a lot of effort, and if you work hard and with sweat and tears. Look what happened to me. God gave me a second chance and a second opportunity to go back and demonstrate to the United States of America that I can be an asset, not a problem, an asset. And they gave me that opportunity. And I'm so thankful. So dreams come true. And ultimately, if you do things right, they also help. So yes, I don't consider myself a walkaway because I don't live in the United States. I never was for a political party. But I walked away from all that thinking, from the Democrat thinking, from saying the Border Patrol is bad, the United States Customs is bad, they're white. After I saw one of my cousins going to serve into the National Guard, my cousin came back and said, more than 50% of the military is Hispanic and Latino. What are you talking about? The Border Patrol, the majority of them are Hispanic and Latino. United States Customs are Hispanic and Latino. The Navy, the Marine, the Army. What the hell are you talking about? That we are oppressed by the white privilege. That we're taken over by the white privilege. That we cannot survive because of white privilege. What the hell are you talking about? That's not true. Hell no, it's not true. No, I'm seeing it right now. You wake up. That's the ding dong, time's up. You don't form part of that. And it's really difficult to make other people understand that. And in my family, and my friends, a lot of them don't talk to me anymore. It's okay. My purpose is another one. Your purpose in life is another one. When you wake up, call me up, buddy. I'll be right here. But before that, if you want to insult me, if you don't want to talk to me, oh my God, I don't want to see my cousin. I don't want to see my uncles. I don't want to see him. My God, he supports Trump. All right, don't see me. My purpose is another one. My purpose is way bigger than your anger, your issues. My purpose is way bigger now, way out of your league. So I support you for being a walkaway for 4 years. And thank you so much. Mary Holm, a contribution for $25. Thank you so much. Super chat is on the bottom for people who want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. Xiomara Castellon says, because of the media made him see like the worst human of earth. Fake news has fed many, many years of poison in our news. And God bless, independent journalists. If it wasn't, my manager says this consistently, if it wasn't for independent journalism and, all the people that they are doing what I'm doing, and, all the people, they have been doing this for a lot of time, but now it blew up. So a lot of people are not listening anymore to CNN, MSNBC, and all of these, companies that, and all of these, broadcasting stations and mainstream medias, that they're not even doing anything about anything. And they're not saying what is really happening. I felt really proud one day. And I will tell you which day. It's one of the moments that I felt proud. I went and showed part of the wall getting built right here in Tijuana. And I was showing how it was getting built, and the second layer of the wall was getting built. And also I talked to workers right there, and and they gave me their opinions, and American workers on the other side. And we shook hands between the wall and said, this is how we got to unite to protect our countries. And it was a great day. And on the next day, Fox News was there. So I'm like, you guys are watching. You guys are doing something about it. So it helps. We are a tool. We are another piece of a puzzle for them to understand that you can't lie to the people anymore. And on their post, Fox News, on their post, there was a lot of comments. Oscar Blue showed us this yesterday. Old news. We already seen it. Put your workers, put the reporter right there in the middle where they're building it like Oscar Blue. I'm like, wow, man, that's great. It's a lot of independent journalism that is being done. Like Anthony, when he goes to the border, And he shows everybody how the border is being penetrated, or he goes to the churches and he shows you, you know what, this is where they're putting the buses and all that. And then mainstream media goes and they post on their pages, oh yeah, we seen this. Anthony showed this to us. And when Ben does his work also in the United States and like mainstream media, no, Ben confronted, this Congress people, and he told them in his face, this, and that. Why don't you guys do that exactly? So you cannot lie to the people anymore. You cannot lie to them. Fake news is always going to be fake news. It's not going to go. I'm going to tell you that. But there's a lot of people that they're doing independent journalism now, and you cannot lie to them because they have seen it. They have, you go to CNN and you're like, that's a lie. I seen this guy that he was in, example, he was in, I don't know, in Michigan. And he was in California and he was saying this, and that. So that's a lie. I seen it. That's a lie. That's how they are getting plastered all over the place. That's how fake news has become, how mainstream media is on the spot and is on a hot chair and is on the fire seat right now. And their butt is burning because they can't hide it anymore. People can actually have a responsibility on picking the phone or picking a camera and saying, hi, my name is John. I'm right here and I'm recording this accident where CNN is saying that there's no accident, but I'm recording it right here, guys, and I'm looking at it. And they're mad and they're pissed off. Fake news is CNN, MSNBC, Telemundo, Univision, all these people, they're mad. I never have given no interview to Telemundo and Univision, and they have asked me more than 2 or 3 times when I was right here in the caravans. Can we do an interview with you, Blue, Mr. Blue? Can we have an interview? No. Why not? Because you're fake news. Because you twist the things around. Because you make it to your own agenda, and I'm gonna look like a racist in front of your cameras. And everybody's going to comment, oh my God, this guy is from Tijuana and he's blaming everything. No, I'm not going to fall into your game. I prefer exposing your lies. And I prefer exposing every time that you say a lie, I will contradict you and I will show you with facts and paper the truth. So you will look bad and you will understand that you're lying to the people. So, fake news, yes, it's always going to be fake news, but it's up to the responsibility. That's why I've been saying this for the longest time. It's the responsibility of the people now. It's not there. I don't have the microphone. I own it. Not because Oscar Blue has a microphone and a camera right now means that I'm the one that is supposed to give the news. I'm the only one. No. You can give it. Take a couple courses, how to speak in public, I have it. I got the ability. Let me do it. Let me try it. Everybody has the capacity. It's a beautiful thing about freedom of speech and the internet. One of the things that China is trying to take away from the humanity and from the world. Remember, I told you this last week. China released a statement saying their government is trying to reinvent the internet. Why? Because they're trying to put the internet in the hands of the government, not in the hands of the people. So what I'm doing right now is not going to be possible if we let China dominate the world. I'm going to have to write an email to an organization to ask if I can do a broadcast and what am I going to be talking about. And as soon as I get off topic, they can shut it down. That's what is happening in Chile. You know what is happening in Chile? For them to go to the store when the pandemic was really strong in Chile, they needed to write an email, or they needed to write an email to an organization from the government, which they will approve if they can have permission to go to the store to buy certain groceries. And even you have to send a list of what you are going to buy. So you practically set an appointment to go to the store. Crazy. Old communist countries, they're trying to take away the information. Remember what I have been telling you. Education is the number one key to beat all these globalists and communist people. Let me go a little bit right here to the comments. Sassy Frat says, Oscar, You're a good man. Thank you, thank you for watching. Thank you for being on the live feed. Uh, Eldon Gomel says, Oscar, you're a good patriot. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Ms. Geraldine Nosey, thank you so much for your contribution, $20 contribution. God bless your soul, Ms. Geraldine Nosey. Thank you so much. God bless you every time. God bless you. Thank you so much. There's another comment right here. I don't want to jump comments. There's a lot of comments. I don't want to jump the comments, so I'm going slowly. I will get there. I will get there. Fox is getting bad. Allison Craig says, it's about what they need to say, and it has to do a lot with business. You're not going to, as a communicator, I can tell you something. If I work for a mainstream media, and if one of my contributors that is paying for, my advertisement and is paying for the internet or is paying for salaries or it's like that, and one of them is the NBA, let's say an example is the hypothetical example, and is the NBA, I cannot be talking about what the NBA is doing wrong. I have to glorify what they're doing. So if I was working for Fox News and the NBA is one of the providers for me to have a salary, the only thing that I can say, what Black Lives Matter and the NBA is doing is great and la, 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 la. But I cannot give my personal opinion. Why? Because it's from where I'm getting paid. That's the problem with mainstream media, that a lot of these advertisements and a lot of people that are sponsoring and paying for mainstream media, you cannot blow them up because in a way they are involved with business with another organization, not directly. If you're talking about, let's say a deodorant, that deodorant company probably is, sponsoring a nonprofit organization that is helping kids in the border, but you don't know what that nonprofit organization is doing, and probably they're trafficking and they're doing all this stuff, and you can't triangle the information. So practically they block the communicator from saying the truth, and they tell you what to say, what not to say. That's the problem. That a lot of Fox anchors, believe me, a lot of Fox anchors, man, we're from a guy, Ben Berquam, met him on the second trip to Guatemala. It was a guy, real famous guy from NBC. He was on the other side of Mexico when we were crossing back on the water raft. And Ben immediately recognized him, and I don't remember his name. He said, "That's the guy from NBC, Blue." I'm like, I don't care, Ben. It's like, well, no, I'm going to go say hi to him, and I'm going to take a picture with him. You mind? I'm like, okay, go ahead, bro. He went over there, and he was talking to him, and he was looking at me. So I went over there and approached myself, and I say, "Hi, how you doing? I'm a Mexican broadcaster. My name is Oscar Blue." "Oh, hi, how you doing?" He was wearing a New York hat. And he's like, "Well, where do you guys went?" We went in there, man. "Oh, how's it? How is it over there? You want to go in, man. We want to broadcast that stuff. We want to get the juicy stuff, but they don't let us." So, Ben immediately started getting on his butt, and he started saying, "Why you guys are publicating fake news, man? Why you guys are saying all this fake news about the president?" And he's like, "Man, I support the president, man." That guy even was saying, "I support Trump, and I voted for him, but this is where I work. So this is what it feeds me. This is what it feeds my family. This is me. But the only thing is that I cannot leave work because how am I going to survive? So whatever they put on the prompt screen, I got to read it." That's the problem that I saw right there, and I was like, "Wow, man! I have seen it in Mexico, but I have never seen it coming out of the mouth of a really important, anchor. That it was over there by NBC." And he was telling me right in my face, "Yeah, man, that's unfortunately that's the way it is." So how it is, he started writing down what we saw in Guatemala and what we countered Guatemala. "You got pictures?" I mean, "Yeah." I sent him pictures to his phone. I'm like, yeah, airdrop. There you go. "Oh man, I'm gonna use this one, And yeah, you're good. You're good, man. Don't worry about it. That's the problem with mainstream media. Unfortunately, that's the problem. Hope that I answered your comment. Let me go over there. I left Fox over a year ago, and I watched Tucker on YouTube, Miss Jacqueline Tackerberry, they're still good anchors. They're still good anchors, but Tucker Carlson got criticized not too long ago because he was not supporting some kind of way the president, and then a lot of people jump off the wagon and they jump back on the wagon with Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson is a really good guy, but I just explained to you how it works. You cannot blow people up when you're in mainstream media. When you're like that, you have to be real careful. You go to the producer and tell him, okay, Oscar Blue, what are you going to say today? Well, I'm going to say that this invasion is happening since hold on, a key word is not an invasion, Oscar Blue. It is an immigration necessity, what is going on right now in our borders. That's how you got to say it. Hold on a minute. How an immigration necessity? We got 60 million in poverty over here in our country of Mexico. I know, Blue, but it's an immigration necessity what is going on. You get me? You get me? Nice pat on the back. You get me? All right. So there's a lot of child trafficking, and there's also fake marriages. And no fake marriages, Blue. No fake families. You can't say that. There's a necessity of migrants, which leads them to to have this. Again, necessity to create, because of the level of violence, to have this only exit of creating a fake marriage. Do you know what I mean, Blue? Do you know what I mean? No, I don't, man. They're committing a crime. It's not a crime, Blue. It's a necessity, right? Another pat on the back. Can you just rephrase that? All right. Well. Okay. So more than 6,800 fake families have been made. Oh, hey, Blue. No. They're not fake families. They were created so they can have an opportunity. But how are you going to tell me that, man? If I'm seeing that they're trafficking kids, they're not even theirs. No. They're rescuing them and they're taking them to somewhere safe. Do you know what I mean, Blue? Nice pat on the back. Can you follow me? You understand? What the hell am I doing in this broadcast company? That's when you realize, what the hell am I doing? I'm misinforming people. I'm giving them wrong information. I'm cheating on the knowledge of people. I'm indoctrinating people to listen to fake news. That's what I'm doing. So that's why, you have to understand sometimes a broadcaster that is really of your level of comfort, that you will say, this guy, I like him. I like to listen to this guy. And you go over there and listen to him, and sometimes he doesn't say the things that you want, but you have to go and read why he said it and why la. And if Fox News or CNN is involved in some kind of circle that is investment or that is money, you have to understand why he's saying it. So it's practically a lie, probably. Let's see, Ben Olmark says, every single thing Trump says, they turn it in completely upside down. It has to do with a lot of politics. CNN is for Democrats, and apparently Fox News is for Republicans. So it's always a complete fight of who's right and who's wrong. Rocky Mountain Rio says, I need to shop for world history books. How can I help future generations when I have been lied to like so many others? That's a really good question. And I will tell you something, Rocky. The responsibility is on us now to educate our children about our Constitution, about our history, about our land, about where we came from, how this our beautiful countries started and how it is affecting now all that they're doing. It's on your responsibility now. So you can Google and you can start researching and put attention to what your kids are being taught at school. Put really good attention when it comes to history, when it comes to, if they're studying political science or whatever they are, when it comes to politics or history or American history or international history, put really good attention to what they are saying and what they are indoctrinating your kid with. You have to be really good attention to that. Why? The reason why is because they're lying. The majority of teachers now, they're leftists, they're Democrats. So they're lying practically. They're teaching at their comfort. They're not teaching to teach history. They're teaching history at their level, at their comfort. Whether Abraham Lincoln was the greatest Republican in history of four Republicans, a Democrat will tell you no, 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 no. He was bad. He released slaves, but it was forced to do it. So you need to. They are going to teach history at their own comfort. So you have to be real careful with that. Let me see right here, more comment. Contribution by Rain. Thank you so much, Rain. Oscar, thank you for teaching me something new every single day. God bless VNN. God bless you, Rain. Also, every time that Rain comes in here, I don't only thank Rain, but most importantly, I thank her husband. Her husband is an ex-Marine, retired veteran. I love that man. His name is Jason. Great provider to his family, great father, great husband. And, as a great veteran, he explains to you sometimes when I talk to him, he talks to you in a way that he tells you, this is the way that it needs to be done. And, he loves his Constitution also, and he loves his country. So it's a great way to have a leader like that in a family. Helps a lot. And to have a person like that in your country, it helps a lot. So send a big hug to Jason. Thank you so much. Miss Carol Farrell says, Do you find out by the beach was blocked the other day? What beach? What beach? Because I don't know what beach you're talking about. Patricia Borja, Miss Patty Borja says, Fox was taken over by progressive people. Now they have pandered to the left. Yes, you're right about it. And it has to do a lot with, sponsors, administration. It has to do a lot with, who's running the business, where they're getting the money to. And what I just explained to you guys, that, you get on the prompt screen and you read what the prompt screen is saying, and you're like, I can't believe that I'm about to say that, man. It's not true. Why am I here? Why? I'm like, what the hell? That is a lie. But you're getting paid, and that's the only way to eat. So you got to read it. That's the unfortunate thing. There's a question right here by the Phantom Zeus. Oscar, can you tell us any exciting up and coming projects you have planned for us? Not only for you guys, for for Mexican public and people that they have. Man, I was so surprised the other day. Every time there's people that have been watching me from all across the world, Australia. There was other guy the other day from Philippines, and there was a person from Russia the other day that was watching me. It's amazing. Thank you so much. We have a big trip that we're going to take in the next couple of months. It's a big trip. But there's a couple of things that we need to figure it out first, and how we're going to handle and how we're going to visit that huge country. So, it's huge plans that we got. I don't want to say the plans because, like we say in Mexico, quiere hacer reír a Dios, cuéntale tus planes. You want to make God laugh, just tell him your plans. So, I don't like to speculate and say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Hopefully God provides and he helps for us to accomplish this great trip between the three of us, again, Anthony, Ben, and myself, to go to another country and this experience and my God, record hardcore video we want to do. So we have a big surprise for you guys coming up. Comments. Right here, in other words, never. Okay, let me go to your comments. I'm reading your comments. Right here, another comment. Christy Wolfram says, "Thank you for all you do. I'm a U.S. citizen and have family that they are Mexican citizens. Your reporting keeps me in to know of what's going on, not only here, but all around the world. Real news. Thanks you." Thank you so much, Christy Wolfram. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, and hopefully, it helps a little bit of what we're doing. Hopefully, it helps. Let me see another comment right here. I'm going a little bit slow. I don't want to skip. Super chat is on the bottom for people who want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much for people that have been donating. God bless you, every single one of you. ¿Dónde está el live de hoy en español, mi Blue? Más a ratito que me eche un taco y me voy a aventar un live. Lo quise hacer hace ratito, mi Omar, pero se me cortó. Entonces, haré uno más a rato hablando de Canon Hynent y de las injusticias sobre que no reportan sobre lo que le pasó a este niño de 5 años. A ratito, mi Omar. They were asking me, where is the report on Spanish today, my Blue, and I will do it a little bit later. I'm telling you. Let me just go right here to some comments. Jason, love you, brother. I'll send you a big hug. It's been a good year. That's how I say it to Anthony. It's been a good year, man. It's been a good year. So God bless you all. God bless you all. It's been a good broadcast. I have, been listening to your comments and been talking to you guys for a little bit. I'm going to go eat right now. It's five in the afternoon. My God. Thank you so much for Miss Red Badger. Miss Red Badger, a contribution of $10. Please support the independent news. Thank you so much, Ms. MRZ Red Badger. Every time, continues a great supporter. And thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. So I want to thank you, every single one of you. It's been a good Q&A. On Wednesday, I will have a guest. I will try to have a guest in my show, to do a show with you guys about child trafficking, human smuggling, or something like that effect. I will go back to boots on the ground in a couple of weeks. I'm trying to get my immune system stronger, and also my throat. This is the number one thing that I'm a little bit afraid of. So I'm trying to get better. I know that a lot of people are asking me and been sending me, here and there messages. Hey, when can we see a shelter, on how the border is doing, or can you show us again the wall? So, a lot of people, they like those kind of videos. So I wish that I can do them immediately for you guys, but I can't. I'm taking it real slowly to get, to be stronger and to be, ready for you guys, to broadcast for you guys. So God bless you all. Thank you so much for this live video. Take care of yourself. And like we always say, before I go, follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, at his page and YouTube. Subscribe to his channel at YouTube. Please go over there and subscribe to his channel at YouTube. We got a big surprise. Anthony probably is going to be coming over here and doing videos at YouTube real close, probably next week. And I don't want to miss it, man. I don't want to miss it. He's bringing excellent content at the border. Great broadcasting about what is happening really at El Paso. So be close to be watching him. Also follow Border Network News, the page, our page at Border Network News. And also, you can follow my page at Oscar Blue and Facebook, and also subscribe to my channel as Oscar Blue. Thank you so much for this live feed. God bless you all. Like we always say, peace and love, everybody, because always your country's first. God bless.